Alright, so welcome back to the SuperCoach Nuff channel. Today's video we're talking SuperCoach, but not as you know it necessarily. We're looking at SuperCoach AFL. So um, again, this is not an area of specialty of mine. I guess in fact the idea to make these videos I've sort of got off the back of watching some of the SuperCoach AFL guys like George, DR, JD, NO, those guys, Shorty, Spills. There's quite a few of them that do this style, which I really like. So, um, and I guess as you go through the team, a lot of the information about it I get from them. So it's all secondhand. Definitely go check out their channels, get on board. If you are interested in getting to know a bit more about AFL Supercoach, they do some great stuff. But yeah, I'll go through the team I've got set up at the moment. Um, as I said, I really don't have much of a clue, so I've played a couple of seasons, and you get to bits and pieces off the back of that, and watching all those videos, that sort of thing. So um, for those NRL folk that are coming across to have a look at this, I guess some of the advantages are that it's there's only four lines, so defence, midfield, ruck, forward, so nice and easy. You don't have all the different positions like Supercoach NRL does, or any NRL game. Um, the emergencies, so you can have four emergencies. I haven't set them up yet because I don't really know who's more likely to get a game. Probably this lad, he's a bit expensive. Um, but yeah, you can have, all three midfielders if you want, that sort of thing. I think you should try and have one for each line though, just to replace anyone on that line. So yeah, so it's not like NRL where they count towards your score. It's only literally if someone doesn't play, they slot in. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, as I said, we're going through the team. So in defence, I've gone fairly light. Um, I know last year was a good year to get on some value defenders, but this year there doesn't seem to be a lot in that sweet spot. So I've just got one out and out gun, Tommy Stewart. I know other people might plump for Jordan Dawson or Sicily, I think is another big one. This is testing my knowledge of the sport. But yeah, I was a big fan of having Tommy Stewart last year, so I'll stick solid. Nick Dacos, he sort of seems to be the undervalued premium guy. He was only started last year, debuted last year, highly touted, and second half of the year he proved that, I'm pretty sure. So he's got a spot. Then I've gone a couple of mid-price options. Elliot Yeo, um, yeah, I think he's had some injury issues in that, but his bat can be worth a lot more than that. Jack Bowes, I think, had similar injury issues and that, and yeah, it could be potentially undervalued there. So we got them in. I think what we got 640. So might not quite have enough to turn them into a gun and a rookie. Might have to trade off a couple of these more expensive rookies as well to get there. So that's why we've gone with them. And then the cheap guys, Goda, McKenna, Ginby, people have been talking up in the pre-season vids. So they'll stay there for a while until I get that second-hand information off them. Wagner, I don't even know how he ended up there, but that's alright. He's probably okay too. So yeah, it took a bit off the defence, but I've tried to go a bit harder in the midfield. The midfield seems to be where most of the points come from. Um, so yeah, so I've tried to squeeze as many premiums as I can. So I've only got the two, I guess, out and out guns, Miller and Bontempelli. T Miller, captain of the Gold Coast, and I guess if I did have a team, not that I support them too hard, but I do hope the Suns do well. So yeah, I'll say I'm a Suns supporter. I've never been to a game though, so maybe this year's my year. Miller, Bontempelli, they seem to be. Well, Miller's probably not going to go up in value, but I can't see him dropping a lot. Bonampelli, he looks good value at that price. Compared to like Laird, Oliver up around the 700k mark. If I had a bit more money, I wouldn't mind squeezing Jack McRae in there too. I think he's a little bit undervalued. Might be able to rejig some of this, but we'll see. Jack Steele, has been higher than 600 before. I've had him in the past, so get on him. Tom Green and Tom Mitchell. I'm pretty sure it's Tom Green. Yeah, I know there's a Toby Green as well somewhere, so get that one right. Um, yeah, these guys sort of in the Nick Dacos sort of boat where they can potentially make a lot of money. So worthwhile having them in the team. Even if they're not out and out guns, can trade up to a gun without a lot of money required. Jacob Hopper, so he's the one everyone's having a chat about. Get him in, lock him in, do all that. Him and Ashcroft, I suppose. So they're obviously in. Will Phillips, everyone reckons he'll get a run, so I've got him. And then again, the bench rookies. I know everyone says Sin's not playing, but I don't know who else is, so he can stay there. These two might get a run. Who really knows at this stage? So then the rucks. So English and Marshall seems a pretty common combo. Um, and then Madden, I think he's the most popular player in the game. If you have a look, because of his ability to swing with Darcy Cameron. Um, yeah, and so I guess one of the other uh, rules that's a bit more utilised in AFL SuperCoach is the vice captain loophole. So having a non-playing ruck is usually the best method because there's only one. So basically, you swing him in with Marshall, put the captaincy on this lad, and then Marshall's going to score automatically by default. So yeah, a lot of players like to have that non-playing player. They call it the loophole player or something like that. I'm butchering all of this. Um, but yeah, so I'm going to have him and then Cameron. So if there is generally an injury, you can sort of swing Cameron and him and get Cameron in there, the Collingwood ruck. So I got him in the forwards line with Dunkley and Taranto. So I've had Dunkley the whole time. I think I've had Dunkley every year that I've played, and he's always been the goods up at the front. Um, Taranto, I think, has moved to Richmond, so they're talking him up as being a undervalued keeper. Then the cheapies, Allen, McLean, King. I think McLean's probably the biggest up from these three. Um, Barry, Drury on the bench. So again, a lot of these cheapies will change. Pretty similar to NRL Supercoach once team lists are out and about and the season kicks off. So yeah, so I just thought I'd share that with you as well. Like I said, it's a bit of fun. It's something to do, kill some time. Lots of great content on YouTube. Besides this, obviously, and yeah, have a crack. Um, that's really all I've got. So as usual, comment. Tell me how much I don't know about AFL. Tell me how much I don't know about NRL either, to be honest. Like, subscribe, all that good gear, and we'll see you in the next one.